There are some relationships that just need to stop and start over. Coming up next on Pastor Bob Daly. I got an interesting message from somebody who said, I want you to do a podcast specifically for my husband. She said, he's got this particular problem, and she named it, and I won't go through it. But she said, I nag him all day long about it. I tell him over and over and over, but he doesn't seem to improve at all. And I'm giving up, and I need you to do a podcast to correct him. Well, immediately I thought, if I had somebody nagging me all day long, I might not be so quick to correct it either. There are some times that our relationships become a bit toxic. And you've had them too. I have as well. Where you're doing fine and then all of a sudden something happens and there's a little bit of unforgiveness and then a lot of unforgiveness and you kind of go on with the relationship and it gets more and more toxic as you continue. What do? Well, my biggest advice is stop and start over. Stop and start over. Don't continue the road you're on because it's only going to get worse and you're only going to become even more bitter. Stop and start over. If you're having this kind of a problem, it's a good idea to stop and identify who you are. Say, wait a minute. I'm the one who married you. I'm the one that loves you. I'm the one that has stuck by you all of these years. I want to remind you who I am. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be a spouse. Some of you aren't married. It could be a friendship that's gone bad. Stop. Start over. And identify who you are. I'm your friend, remember? We've been friends for a while, remember? I love you, remember? And if they don't remember, keep reminding them. It does a whole lot more if we accentuate the positive. There's an old song that says, accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative, don't mess with Mr. In-Between. I like that. But we need to do that. And sometimes that Mr. In-Between just becomes, where a lot of relationships end up. We don't talk to each other anymore. But eliminate the negative, that's a really good idea. And accentuating the positive, that's what the Bible tells us to do. It tells us that the best thing we can do is to encourage one another. And folks, that doesn't just go for people that you randomly meet, or people that you see in church or your job or maybe your place of employment. It has to do with those people that are the closest to you. Those people that need your encouragement, honestly, the most. And can I just say this? There is no offense. Well, I shouldn't say no offense. There are few offenses that are big enough to really cancel a relationship. And sometimes things get so out of hand and they spiral so much out of control, we can't even remember what the original argument was all about. Stop and start over. Identify who you are, identify how you feel, and move forward. God bless you. Have a great day.